up for grabs now. Thomas, right at the end.
And it's Tony Adams put through by Steve Ball. Would you believe it? Is in for Arsenal and sweeps it home. It's Bergkamp. That's magnificent. He stripped it away from Park. Henry!
It's time to go!
Yes, and good morning, everyone. And it's the usual Monday morning, and look who's back. It's the League Gunner himself.
The
Morning,
king of
mate.
the Rat Army. The Rat Army is assembling.
Yeah, and yeah, you could say that again. And you know, I still can't get over that really, because and there are people, Lee, talking about this as we done really well. People expect us to be fresh, but we only lost 1-0 in the end, and that's all you're getting now. That's all you're getting.
Do you know what? Some of Mikel Arteta's biggest cheerleaders have started to turn on him. I see Alex Scott yesterday having a dig at him. Certain other people as well, strategically putting themselves in the Arteta out if we lose to Benfica camp, which makes me wonder whether they believed for the last 12, 14, 16 months, whatever it is this guy's had the job, whether they believe what they were saying for 16 months, because all their credibility just seems to have gone out the window, some of these people, because you can't sit there and say trust the process if you're not trusting the process. You can't be out here calling people names and stuff like that. If, when we lose to the best team in Europe 1-0 at home, that all of a sudden you're now, oh, actually, this ain't good enough. So I find it very hypocritical of certain celebrity football fans in the media and stuff like that as well, that have rammed it down our throats, called out anybody that goes against Mikel Arteta, called out anybody that's not trusting the process as a fake fan, Tottenham fan, all the names, you get them as well. Yeah. And it's like, what, now all of a sudden you've woken up and you're on board. Well, where have you been? Because 1-0 at home to Man City shouldn't be the game that wakes you up. It should have been the 3-0 against Aston Villa, the 1-0 to Burnley, the 0-0 with Palace, you know, the embarrassing defeat after embarrassing defeat. You know, so, dumping us out the FA Cup. You know, the alarm bell should have been ringing for a lot of these people when we decided to keep Mohamed El Neni at the football club. You know, that I just don't understand. And the thing is, these people, including Alex Scott and people like her, that now want to come out and criticise and have a pop at the manager. Well, sorry, your opinions don't count, because you've been chatting absolute breeze for over a year. And nobody cares what you got to say anymore. Like, real talk. Well, if I want to listen to somebody talking about Arsenal, Alex Scott's bottom of the list. Yeah, she's a good pundit when it comes to other teams. Talking about Arsenal, ain't interested in a word that girl's got to say. Nice to look at and all that. Opinions in the gutter until yesterday. And even yesterday, she was still trying to be on the fence with it, but she couldn't hide her frustrations yesterday. And the thing for me, Claude, is I said this yesterday when I was doing the watch along. You know, this manager came in and was apparently changing the culture of the football club. Yeah, they were putting a structure in place. And I find it funny that people are sitting there on social media saying that, oh, it was a disgrace, 1-0, it wasn't a 1-0, they battered us, blah, blah, blah. Well, hang on. When we played at Liverpool and we lost 3-1, weren't we in the game until the 87th minute, according to these people? When we lost 1-0 at the Etihad, our manager, the manager they've been backing, stood there and said, yeah, 1-0 is better than the normal 3-0 we get up here. So Now we lost 1-0 at home. Why is that now suddenly not the same case anymore from these people? I don't get it. Do you get it?
But the media don't help as well, because even Sky Sports yesterday, apparently, because I had the commentary down, they were praising Arsenal's performance, saying that we're getting into the game and we're matching Man City, things like that on the commentary. And I don't know what game. And then I sit down. I watched Match of the Day last night, and Arteta's coming out with, we created a lot of different dangerous situations. And I'm thinking, where the hell? What dangerous situations?
We had no shots on target. What's he chatting about?
He said the final third wasn't good enough, but he did. But I don't even remember us creating anything really big. You know what I mean? Where was this creating?
This is the thing, though, Claude. Right? He can waffle and waffle and waffle as much as he wants. We'll call him Captain Birdseye if he carries on. Yeah. The fact and reality is, right. Yesterday, I just had to sit and laugh because it was one of the worst performances I've ever seen from this football club in all the years I've supported it. They didn't care. They genuinely didn't care. And that is what happens, my friend, when you play Hector Bellerin every week, when you play Rob Holding most weeks, when you play Mohamed El Neni, when you're putting in Wenger players into that team that you have begged to stay at this football club. You've given Rob Holding a new deal. You know, your substitutions, excuse me, your substitutions, you didn't make until 17 minutes from the end of the game in the game that we're losing 1-0 at home. But you decide, oh, I know, yeah, we'll make that sub 17 minutes from the end. Pep made the sub before we did, and he took off their best player, Kevin De Bruyne. They didn't even play with a striker, bruv. That's how confident they were. And this is the thing. People can say, yeah, it's Man City, this and that. Great, fantastic. They are a great team. They've got a great squad. I expected it to be 6-0. It's only 1-0. So I wouldn't say I'm happy, but it exceeded my expectations because I expected them to slap us. But when you look at that, and you look at Hector Bellerin, you look at Rob Holding, and you think, this is the same two idiots that were costing us games under Wenger. Then they were costing us games under Unai Emery, and they've both been begged to stay, and one of them's got a new deal. Yeah, I'm sorry. Anyone who's still backing this manager, you're lying. You're lying. Stop lying to yourself. Just come and join the rats. Come and join the rats. Are you fully on board with the rat army, Claude?
You know,
come and join the rats. Come to the
super chat. Super chat said, "Can you ask Lee to unblock me?" It's Randy Viper.
I never blocked him. Who blocked you, bruv? What's that all about?
Lee, could you unblock me? I've been supporting you all along.
No, he has to be fair. Big up to you, my guy. Who blocked you?
It could be one of your what's the names? Moderators, couldn't it? Maybe that's what's happened. I don't know.
Yeah, probably.
Was it on Randy or was it on his channel? Just let us know, and then I'm sure you can fix that kindly for him, Lee.
Yes.
He's quite regular. He's always been very good on here anyway. So I don't know. I mean, I know he does actually appreciate my opinions anyway. That's for sure.
I can't see him blocked. I can't see him blocked, mate.
Yeah, that's true.
No, I can't see him blocked.
Yeah, I don't understand that, right, Randy? Sorry, mate. What did I get banned? Anyway, we'll sort that out later, Randy. Sorry, mate. Listen, yeah, and then you look at the goal. I mean, I was just actually, I was still arguing with Terry about other things when the match actually started. We were talking about we had a really big row yesterday because he's going on. He's throwing this Mourinho thing. You're Mourinho this. And I said,
yeah, hang on. When his manager, Mikel Arteta, when his manager wins what Mourinho wins, come back and we'll have the conversation. Until then,
that's what I was saying. And then I said, well, if you want to go down that road, can we have a look at where West Ham are at the moment?
Exactly. Nobody can chat to us this season because you know what? David Moyes is fourth. Yeah. You can chat about your Mourinhos, you can chat about other managers, your Klopps and all that one this season. Nobody can chat to us, Claude. We didn't want this manager. We still don't want this manager. We've had abuse after abuse after abuse. So, do you know what? Seeing certain faces pretending that they're still Arteta in or trying to join the rat army in a strategic way, yeah, I'm smiling like the cat that got the cream because every single one of them is part of the reason we're in this mess, because they all lied through their teeth to begin with. So guess what? Yeah, sit and pretend Mourinho this and Mourinho that. Mourinho had sorted this bunch of dickheads out, because Bellerin wouldn't be here much longer if he was here. Yeah, Ancelotti, he was our manager. Do you remember when Ancelotti was washed up, Claude? Do you remember that? Do you remember when he was washed up? Yeah. Oh dear. Lingard, that little Lingard was dancing at the Emirates, Claude, and everyone was wanting to smash his face in. Yeah. He's now a Champions League team at the moment.
I like Mourinho. He actually came out and go, and I think there is a problem with some of these players. They don't fucking. I'm not going to. Some of these players, they don't. How can I say it? They don't want to work hard, and I'm glad Mourinho did come out with it yesterday on the thing, because to be honest with you, if he's got plan and players don't adhere to his plans, then and just walk about and doing nothing, and then I think he's got a right to call them out.
Claude, this team, this squad, the majority of it, about 75% of this squad is his players, or 70% of it is his players. Yeah,
no coincidence. I wasn't talking about him. I was talking about Mourinho.
Mourinho spent less money than us in the summer. So why does everyone care? This is what makes me laugh with our fans. Our fans are the biggest clowns on the planet. Yeah. And I don't care calling them out. I couldn't care less, because they ain't doing nothing for me about Arsenal family. Arsenal clown base. Yeah, they're a clown base, not a fan base, a clown base. Yeah. At the end of the day, yeah, our fans sit there as the masses and go, "Oh, Tottenham, they're irrelevant." So why is it every time they lose, you bring them up and make them relevant then? Every time Jose loses, this washed-up manager, still in 3 competitions out of 4 at the end of February, by the way. Yeah, we could be out of all of them on Thursday. Yeah, washed up, apparently. He's in a final, by the way, which, listen, you never know. It's a final. But that's what makes me laugh. They lose a game, all of a sudden, Jose, ha, 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 ha. They spent less money than us in the summer. They've got a better manager. Yeah. You could argue over the squad all you like. And they got a better stadium, a better fucking chairman, and a better structure, buzzword, in place than we have. And I'll tell you something now, people can laugh at them all they like, and they can laugh at Jose all they like. He will win a title before Mikel Arteta ever wins one. Yeah, he's already won everything, you know. Yeah. And the fact that
I think with Mourinho, I think he has to have the players that that will work to his style of play. And if they don't,
would Bellerin get in his? Would Bellerin get in one of his teams, Claude?
No, to be honest with you, I think a lot of these players now, I think, they're annoying me. That's when I was going on about that. That was the argument, because as we was having that argument, balls come across, and I can't believe there's holding and it was looking up in the air, and this 5'7" Sterling jumps up like a salmon and bang! It's a fucking in the back of the net. I mean,
we'd already had the warning a minute earlier when he shanked one. He scuffed one, didn't he, at the back stick, Sterling, in the first 30 seconds. Yeah, well, it's a shambles.
And he had an easier chance. And he had an easier chance when he scuffed after that.
Yeah.
But really, to be honest with you, without getting into, and I thought, man, and I'm sure I'm gonna get pulled up on this, but by the first half, we could have easily been 3-0 down without Man City actually getting out of top gear into top gear.
Yeah.
And then second half, I felt, and this is, people might laugh and joke, I thought the last 20 minutes, it looked to me City were playing as if to say, let's not embarrass them. And it looked like it was orders from Guardiola. I can't embarrass my mate even more.
Did you see Pep in the second half? Man's just sat there on the bench, like smiling, like it's like this is light work. There's somebody in your chat who says, I mean, you say like Arteta has a choice to play another right back. The squad is horrible. Well, 17 out of the 25-man squad are his players. What are you talking about? He can play Cedric there,
and he's also.
He got rid of Maitland-Niles, who was our best right back. What are you chatting about? Why are you protecting this manager? He's crap. Wake up, man.
2 big errors by a guy that's made 2 major errors in 2 games that we've lost. Villa, and he was offered a new contract.
Yeah,
so give us a new contract.
His value. Fucking hell. Do you know what? The excuses these fans have come out with, Claude, over the last 15 months, none of them can chat shit to me. None of them. The day he gets sacked, they can't say anything to me ever again. Yeah, because I've called out their bullshit for 15 months. Yeah, I've called out every single one of them for their bullshit about protecting Rob Holding's value. He's played more games than any other centre-back this season for us. Yeah, and he's a liability. Wenger player. We need to get rid of the Wenger players. There was one on the pitch yesterday. Yeah, your manager picked these players. Your manager begged Granit Xhaka to stay at the club. He was on his way out the club. Your manager begged Bellerin to stay and plays him every week. Like, what's that all about? Proper Sunday league shit, bruv. It's like, oh, he's my adopted son. Have the armband as well, mate. Absolute shambles. The geezer's had more foul throw-ins, more foul throw-ins and more yellow cards than anyone at our club this season. In fact, I think he's had more yellow cards for a right-back than any other right-back this season. Yeah, shambles. The geezer's a liability.
Even the so-called biggest expert in the fan base I was watching the fan cams last night. Seemed to be backtracking a little bit.
No. You know what that is, Claude? Because I just watched that a minute ago. You know what that is? Yeah, that is strategically placing yourself on the tipping point. So then, when Thursday, if we lose, they can become the head of the Arteta out. Good one, mate. Yeah. It's all about strategically angling yourself into where the masses are going, but you can't do it in one game just in case we win on Thursday. So if we lose on Thursday, then you have to ask questions. No, we should have asked questions when he begged fucking El Neni to stay. Jesus Christ. Seriously. But these people love to play a game, and there's a reason why that particular is strictly news on Next Man's channel now. Fucking man.
Yeah, but before the game, Benfica was not. This was not important about play. It doesn't matter because it doesn't mean Benfica's the most important game. But now we lost that game. It's suddenly.
The funny thing is, the contrast is hilarious. Go and have a look at the fan cams from Man City away 1-0 and listen to the bullshit that was spewed that day. Now look at the fan cams from the 1-0 at home to City and look at the complete contrast. I don't even watch it anymore. Fuck him, man. Like, fuck him. Big up Robbie, by the way, and Tal, but the rest of them, man, nah, fuck him, man. Yeah, they all chat shit. They all chat shit.
Yeah, well...
And let's be real, they don't speak for me. They don't speak for you. So as long as we're saying what we're saying, they don't speak for other people. At the end of the day, as long as we're saying what we're saying and we're sticking to our principles and to our guns and to our standards of this football club and holding it as we can, they don't give a fucking shit what they got to say.
I mean, one of them should stick to just peeling the potatoes like he does rather than talking football.
Oh dear. Do you know what? Sorry to cut you off real quick, Claude. Yeah, I see something a minute ago about Antonio Conte when he took over Inter Milan. They were 21. They'd finished 21 points behind Juve when he got the job. Right, like he went in there. The second season, I think he finished 4 points off and was in a title race. Yeah, 1 point off. I think it might have been this season. He is now 4 points clear. How comes Inter Milan don't have to trust a 4-year process, Claude? Can you understand that one, mate? Because when he went to Chelsea, he kind of did the same in his first season there, didn't he? Won him the league. He done it at Juve when he was Juve manager first season. Maybe we should go and get Antonio Conte, Claude. What do you reckon?
I don't know if this is the real Dan Potts. Is it the real Dan Potts? Because I never know with some of these things. Is this the real Dan Potts? He's got lost. If it is, hello, morning, Dan, and I hope you're well, mate. He says, lost more games than we've won, but let's trust the process. Lose on Thursday, and he needs to be sacked.
Needs to be sacked anyway.
Yeah. Well, I think...
anyway, he's taken us backwards. He's had 3 transfer windows, took us backwards, yeah, brainwashed all the divs, yeah. Half of them don't believe the shit they're spewing. They just want to be part of the family and want to jump on the hype. We've got a club that yesterday showed everything I need to know about them. We lose a game, our captain hid for 90 minutes, and then guess what? We wheel out fucking Kieran Tierney because the fan base won't have a go at him. Yeah, because he tries. Yeah, absolute spineless wankers, the lot of them. Yeah, Aubameyang, he can go, man. I've had enough of him. Yeah, how dare you not come out and do an interview yesterday? How dare you send Kieran Tierney out, who's just come back after 6 games, 7 games, 8 games, whatever it is. You hid for 90 minutes, and now you want to sit there and fucking send Tierney out. Fucking wankers. This club is disgusting. It is disgusting from top to bottom. And you know what? This fan base is the biggest problem. Not Edu, not Arteta, not them shit players that don't pick themselves, not fucking Kroenke, not the board. It's the fan base who accept this bullshit. I see you showed me the text earlier, yeah? I quote tweeted that last night, that particular tweet, yeah?
Yeah.
If we was 1-0 up with 15 minutes to go, everybody would have took that. That fucker's got 250,000 followers.
Well, this is the problem.
250,000 people subscribe to this shit, you know? Yeah?
This is the problem, yeah, because this is the problem. And these people look at, and as our mate, as well as our old mate, also has got a load of fun, because people look up and worship these people. They worship them. I don't know what they worship in. I don't know if it's the clock on the fucking neck that does it. I don't know. But they think because they've got a clock on their neck, they know what they're talking about. You know what I'm saying? Absolute fucking bullshit. It is bullshit, mate. And one earphones in. Look at my lord.
At the end of the day, right? That particular account that tweeted that, what's his name? Gunner blog or something, yeah? Right. Well, I'm not being funny. Why are you tweeting that? Like, in what world would we all be happy to be 1-0 down with 15 minutes to go? Like, I do not get that. Yeah, these are the same people who put out their blogs and their articles for the media and stuff like that, and build up the PR for the manager. Anyone who's still backing this manager is either lying, right, or ain't got a fucking clue what they're talking about. Because there's no way you can defend it. We've lost more games than we've won. We're losing game after game after game at home. We could potentially be out of Europa League in the round of 32 for the second season running under this manager. Dumped out of everything on Thursday before the end of February. Yeah, I'm sorry, mate, but I'm going to hold this manager on his words when he first came in. 8th, and the FA Cup is not good enough for Arsenal. His words. Yeah, he also said, I don't care what squad of players we've got. We should 100% be challenging for the top honours with this squad. Yeah, his words. Yeah. So don't come with all this bullshit about he needs 4 transfer windows. He needs to get rid of this player, that player, blah, blah, blah. He's begged half of them to stay. Yeah. His words were, we should be challenging regardless. Yeah. We're fucking 11th. And if any of you are happy with that, yeah, then when he fucks off, go with him, because he'll get a job at fucking Barnet or Barnsley or somewhere, which is about his level. Yeah, I'm sick of it, Claude. And the thing is, I'm not even angry after yesterday because I expected 6-0. Yeah, but I've sat here for 15 months beating and bleating and fucking banging the drum about fucking this manager. I need to bang the drum anymore. More and more people are starting to see it.
Yeah, this guy's saying we should go for sorry. No, I don't think so.
Not for me.
Not going
maybe sign him up for 20 Super Kings a game.
Having said that, since he's left Juve and they put that novice in, and I love him as a footballer. But they've just, because of his reputation as a footballer, he just, to me, doesn't go into a top job. That doesn't.
Yeah, but this is what they're all trying to do. Barcelona have done it, and albeit I know Ronald Koeman's finished before, but they're players, Claude. It's pathetic. Some of the biggest clubs in this country or in Europe are run by people that have never fucking managed a game in their life. Yeah, Juve, that's one of them. Guess what? They ain't going to win the league this season. They'll sack him. Yeah, and that was a cock up. They should have gone and got a proper manager. Barcelona, albeit he's managed before, not good enough for Barcelona. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, not good enough for Man United. Lampard got sacked, and they're the only ones who have started fucking flying. Yeah, us, not good enough for our manager. It's a disgrace.
Yeah.
It's a disgrace, Claude. And the thing is, if you look at our fixtures, we've got Liverpool coming up shortly, yeah? Everyone's putting fucking goals past Liverpool. I guarantee they beat us.
See, but yeah, you say, it's strange. I mean, look at it. I mean, I can't believe it. They've lost, what's it, 4 home games on the trot. That's
first time since 1923.
You know what? I had something.
That's bad.
Jake was. I can't find it now, but he wants him out. He wants. Jake sent big Liverpool fan on. Who was it? Yeah. I want Conte. He wants Conte. I want Conte at Liverpool and Klopp to go. Conte will demand from the board and have no settlement to any Liverpool players. Listen, and they're complaining. That's what I want to see. That's what I want to see. Our fan, we're sitting in 11th place, right? They've won the title. They've won the Champions League in the last couple of years, and they're just having an off season. They're just going through a bad time because they've had. Let's face it, they've had about 4-5 key injuries this year. You lose your two centre halves, and you lose their backup, and you have to weaken your midfield to go back at centre half. Of course, and they're still up 40 points. I think that's incredible for what. To be honest with you,
if that was us, we'd be in relegation zone.
And by the way, they won in Europe the other week. I mean, they won in Leipzig against Leipzig, didn't they, the other week? So,
but this is the thing. The standards are we win because now they're accepting that they're back to a level where they should be. Yeah, back in the 80s, 70s, and 80s, they won about 8 titles in 10 fucking years or 11 years or something stupid. It was them and Everton that used to win titles and Forest. Yeah, it's mad. When I see Real Madrid, I said this the other week. When Real Madrid lost to Shakhtar Donetsk in the group stage a couple of months back, yeah, Real Madrid put a tweet out saying, disappointing result tonight, blah, 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 yeah. All of the comments from Madristas were saying, sack Zidane. Sack Zidane. That's the standards we should have at our club. That's the standards because, you know what? I grew up on George Graham 89, 91, 93, doubles. 94, like 95s, all of these, bruv, every fucking year until he got sacked. We were doing bits, yeah? Then I see Arsene Wenger in my teenage years. These are the standards that I've grown up with. Why should I lie on my standards? Because you lot standards are in the gutter, yeah? Why should I? Why should I accept 10th, yeah? People are saying, oh, but you've got no God-given right. You've got no God-given right to fucking breathe air, mate, yeah? You've got no God-given right to be in the Premier League. I'll tell you one thing. I want this club to deliver on what they sold us down the fucking river for, mate. Yeah, they smashed that stadium down to compete with the best, compete with the fucking best, or just, I don't know, just liquidate. Do something. Yeah, because this is a joke. And putting out all their PR, they must hate me. That football club must fucking despise me, Claude, yeah? Right? Because every single time they do a press conference, yeah, I'm picking apart the PR. Yeah. And the thing is, people go, oh, they don't know who you are. They've got social media teams that are probably watching this, probably watching everyone's tweets, probably watching next man's channel, next man's channel, next man's channel. So there's chances are that they will stumble across some videos and tweets and stuff because they gauge the general consensus before they post it.
We're not being funny. We're not.
They can't stand me, brother. I'm telling you. When I'm sitting there saying that word's a PR word, that word's a PR word.
Yeah, we're not being personal on the guy. We're giving our criticism. That's all we're doing. So at the
end of the day, he's in charge of a football club we've supported.
It's an employee. That's it.
Yeah. I ain't got no affiliation to Mikel Arteta. I couldn't care less.
Yeah. Players, managers come and go. Supporters will always be there, right? Yeah. Support, as Kenny would say, a lovely saying. I always pick up a lot of what Kenny says. He would say, every supporter has the right to enjoy their own experience and their own opinions, and that's. Why should I be told how I support my club by any of these muppets? Yeah. I'm sorry. How are these muppets telling me how to support my club? You've got to be joking. Go and get stuff, mate. Get stuff. Yesterday I was accused of not getting behind. I should be getting behind the team.
No, but this is where people are thick as pig shit, Claude. Yeah. If you want the manager out, you're seen as not supporting you're not backing the team. You're not backing the team, bro. We were going home and away and wanted Wenger out. About not backing the team. We backed the team when they fucking kicked off on the pitch, you mugs. Yeah? Just because you want a manager out, don't mean you ain't backing the team. Yeah? Because on match day, we want them to win. Yeah? I will say whatever I want before and after match, the match kicks off. Yeah? Nobody's changing that because guess what? I've still got up today and I'm still doing it on your channel. I'll then have a fucking little siesta this afternoon. I'll get up and I'll be doing it with Rents. Then I'll get back up again and I'll do it with Turkish. So you can keep chatting your shit to me. I'm still going to get up the next day and do it all over again. Yeah, at the end of the day, my standards are not in the gutter. I've always wanted the best for this football club. I'm not trying to play some fucking game to reinvent myself or to try and get sponsors or to try and fucking get this and that and try and be part of the Arsenal family, the biggest fucking cringe thing I've ever seen. Yeah, biggest disaster class in the world, clown base. Yeah, at the end of the day, I want my football club to be back where it should be. Yeah, and we weren't ever doing it under this manager. And I had the balls to come out and say it before he got the job. And I've stuck with it and stuck with it and stuck with it and stuck with it. Whilst all of these people are pretending they're super positive Arsenal family members. Oh, yes, I can see he's changed the culture. Oh, he's changed the structure. Oh, if you can't see the patterns of play, it's fantastic. He's brought an energy. Oh, we got the second best defence in the league. You absolute clowns. We're 10th. Yeah. Oh, he's taken us forward. It's not his fault. He inherited a mess. He inherited a Europa League finalist team. Yeah.
How many goals have we actually scored this season?
How many goals have we scored? Not enough. So get rid of the striker that we've thrown 350 grand a week at.
With a goal difference of +4, I'm not being funny. If we got the best, one of the best defenses, we couldn't have scored that many goals then.
We have scored 31 goals in 25 games. To put that into context, Claude, Newcastle, who sit 3 points from bottom, have scored 5 less. Crystal Palace have scored 4 less.
Do you know what? We had that few wins on the trot, didn't we? That got us. Do you know where we stand at this present moment? Only 12 points off the bottom 3. 12 points.
Yeah.
We're okay, but if you could see if those games, if we didn't have that fading Lampard,
we got Leicester, West Ham, Spurs all coming up. Burnley soon. We lose all of them. We're right in it again, aren't we?
No, I don't think we can. But I'm just saying the 12 points. And we're, how many is it? Was it 20, 25 points off Man City at the top? 25.
That's mad.
Yeah. And
that's crazy.
Is that
that's
mad?
Insane, isn't it?
I mean, and I'm talking, and this is another thing that really, I'm sorry, Lee, it really gets on my fucking nerves, right? This process nonsense about we've got to be patient 3 or 4 years and we'll be okay. Why should I trust that when after 16 years ago I was told the same shit about competing with Bayern Munich? Why should I trust this shit now?
Why should we trust a process that's run by an owner that nobody wants or likes, a CEO that's never had the job before, a bunch of corrupt board members that fucking are the reason, by the way, before this owner came in, they were the reason we moved to this stadium. They knew what they were doing, so why would we trust them? Why would we trust Edu, who's never done the job before and is just has that smarmy little smug look on his face all the time, as if to say, yeah, I'm fucking Edu and invincible. Who gives a shit? Yeah, real talk. That don't make you a good fucking technical director. And then a manager that's never managed before. What part of that do you think I should be trusting? I wouldn't trust him as far as I could throw him, any of them. How many players? Ask yourself the question. How many players in this squad, a squad that he has kept 18, he's kept signed or signed up to new deals, or like in terms of kept, I mean, begged to stay, signed to new deals or actually signed, about 18 out of the 25-man squad. How many of this 25-man squad would you cross the road to go and say hello to? I can count on one hand and still have fingers left. Yeah? He's built up a team that are nice, which is the same as what Wenger did. Yeah, a nice team. Oh, we're nice. We're so nice. Oh, yes. We're going with the same pair of fucking idiots at right centre-back and right-back that failed under Wenger. We then put in 2 players at left-back and left centre-back yesterday that ain't kicked a ball for fucking 8 weeks. In what way was that ever going to work yesterday? Yeah, I don't need a coaching badge or to sit next shining Pep's fucking head on match days. I don't need to do that to get to know that ain't going to work. I don't need to have a coaching badge or shine fucking Pep's head, yeah, to know El Neni ain't fucking good enough for the Premier League, let alone Arsenal. Come on. Seriously, I don't need a coaching badge to see that he's absolutely fucked. Lacazette and aubameyang. What has Lacazette got to do to get a game? The geezer scored 3 out of 3 in the start of the season and gets benched for Sheffield United and then gets benched for Willian at Man City away. He then goes on a 10-game no-goal scoring streak. He then scores, goes on a run, and then gets benched again. If I was Lacazette, I'd tell him stick his fucking job. Yeah, pathetic. He's killed off Balogun. He's killed... Where's Eddie Nketiah, by the way? This is a guy that we rejected 20 million quid for at West Ham to never see him again play for us. Where is he? I don't get it. He sold our best keeper to Aston Villa. He's got rid of Guendouzi, one of the few players at the club that actually give a fuck. He's got rid of Lucas Torreira, whose level's above El Neni. Who else? Maitland-Niles. He's got rid of him to play Bellerin at right back every week. After playing him at left back or right back every week, all of a sudden Bellerin come back against Chelsea at the Bridge. Oh, you're back. Yep, you can go in the team. Begged Maitland-Niles to stay during the summer. Rejected 20 million from fucking Wolves to only go, whoa, actually, you're not going to play anymore. Martinelli. Last 5 games, he has started up front. He has bagged 7 goals. Guess who started him up front in them 5 games? Oh, yes. Good evening. Good evening. Good evening. Good evening. Where is he? What if people can't see that this geezer has fucked this squad up so bad, it's going to take another 3 transfer windows to fucking replace these cunts, yeah? And they are see you next Tuesdays. I don't give a shit if people don't like what I'm saying. At the end of the day, these players are a disgrace, and he is keeping them. It's nice. Oh, let's keep Rob Holding. The same Rob Holding he was going to loan to Newcastle. He offered Mustafi a new deal. Mustafi said, bollocks, I want out of this banter club. And then he gives Rob Holding a new deal. Well, you didn't want Rob Holding. You wanted Mustafi. It's a disgrace, Claude. And people have sat there and backed it and backed it and backed it because they're liars. Because they want to be seen as being super toxic fucking positive. You absolute wasters. You have made this club go backwards another 3 fucking windows. It's a joke. It's an absolute disgrace. It's a disgrace.
Yeah, well, I don't know. I don't know what more to say. I mean, it's just because
it's a joke, Claude. It's a fucking joke. And I'll tell you something now, yeah? Right? When he does get sacked, which he will, I think Claude's froze. When he does get sacked, there we go. Right, let's have some fun. It's a takeover on Claude's channel. It's now Lee and the Banstas. But yeah, when he does get sacked, which he will, yeah, then nobody can tell me shit when he gets sacked. And I'll tell you something now, yeah, we've missed out on some very good managers because of keeping this manager. We could have had, or getting this manager, we could have had Ancelotti. I still think we should go for Ancelotti. I still think we should. But this club won't go for Ancelotti. We could go and get Conte, but we won't go and get Conte. Yeah, absolute bottle jobs, a lot of them. Because what we'll do is we'll probably give it to Mertesacker till the end of the season. Yeah, we'll get a little boost out of them until the end of the season and go on a little run near the end and push ourselves up into 7th or 8th. Yeah, then we'll go out and hire a fucking novice again. It's just a merry-go-round. And you know what? The fans are a disgrace because they have allowed this bullshit to happen since we moved to this stadium. Yeah, 4th is a... How many of it... Ask yourself a question, Claude, yeah? How many out of 40 million global fans do you reckon have seen us win a league title? Because I guarantee it's less than 30%.
Listen, I lost my thought for a minute because I was just about to ask you something. Was it not Mertesacker? Was it Lehmann that's come out critical of Arteta?
I'll tell you what Lehmann said. I'll tell you what he said. He was kind of critical, but he wasn't as well.
Okay,
he had a little dig at him. Yeah, he did have a little dig at him. He said, here we go. Let me find the exact quote. Here it is. He said, I think Mikel Arteta is a good coach, but it seems to be a lot all about him. Yeah, I'm not sure there is the right blend at the club. When I was there, David Dean worked incredibly well with Arsene Wenger on the admin side. Now it's different. You don't even know who's in charge at the club and making the decisions. When I was a coach in Arsene's final year, and he was criticised and told his time to leave the club. Yeah, things were much better in that final year than they are now. As a former player, I want the club to do well, so it's hard to see him struggling. There you go. And you know what? He's right. We're in a worse shape now than when Wenger was in his final season. Yeah, and how many of these
he must be talking to people on the inside to come out with that. Because otherwise he won't be coming out. Because he's no longer.
This is the thing, Paul. When you've got the likes of David Seaman coming out, fucking knocking one out over him. When you've got Alex Scott, wet floor signs in the Sky Studio when she's talking about Arteta. Yeah, you've got fucking, what's her name? Laura Woods. Talksport Towers must be fucking wet floor towers, bruv. Yeah, it's embarrassing. Yeah, Tim Cahill sitting on Sky. Well, he's never going to slag Arteta off, is he? He's his mate. Yeah, why don't you get some people
That's
on
the
there
problem.
that don't
Yeah,
work for Arsenal Football Club, don't have access into the club to interview managers? Why don't you go and get a regular fucking Joe off the street that's an Arsenal fan and ask them their thoughts on Mikel Arteta? Yeah, because you ain't going to get some biased bullshit by getting a journalist or a fucking ex-player or a fucking just a cheerleader that's worked with him, played with him, or fucking has access to him. Why don't you go and get somebody who is neutral but an Arsenal fan that will give you an opinion? When Alex Scott was waffling yesterday, I turned it off. Yeah. And I said to the father-in-law, I said, you know what? I said, she might be nice to look at. She didn't have to chat fucking bollocks. Yeah.
You didn't even hear what she said. What did she actually say yesterday?
I can't even fucking remember, Claude. I was half listening.
Critical, you saying she was critical. She was critical.
Yeah, she had a bit of a dig at him, yeah. But this is the thing. She'll have a bit of a dig at him, but then she'll get an interview with him next week and it'll be floor signs out again. Do you know what I'm saying? It's a merry-go-round. The whole club is disgusting. It is.
You know what? You say that, and I know it's something really. It's some. I'm not going to give him. I'm not going to mention any names, but there was. You still there, Lee?
Yeah. Go on. I'm just blowing my nose, mate.
No, it's all right, mate. I know what you mean. I was listening. I watched someone on social media for quite a while, and this guy, and I won't mention the name. He's very critical. He was very critical of Unai Emery for a long time, and since he's now suddenly got into the door, nearly into the door at Arsenal, he's not so critical. He's very much trying to defend Arteta. When you look at Emery's record, he was critical of him, and this is what I'm saying. You just summed it up. Once they get a sniff of that into Arsenal media as well, right? Once they get a sniff in there, you notice that they change their attitude.
Yeah, you've got a few different types of Arsenal fan, Claude.
Absolutely changes.
You've got the ones that will sit on the fence just to see which way the wind blows and go with whatever's fashionable to fit in with the Arsenal family. Yeah. If it was that much of a family, did they all buy you a Christmas present? No, they didn't. Yeah. If you're struggling and can't pay your mortgage this month, are they going to pay it for you? They're not, are they? So they're not your fucking family, are they? Yeah. So stop waffling. Right. Then you've got the I'm not going to criticize anything the club do. I'm just going to blindly back it mob. Yeah. I tell everyone they're a Tottenham fan. Yeah. Or toxic. Oh, you're so toxic. How do you get through a day, you absolute melt? About toxic. Don't go to a game because, well, you can't. But if you went to games, you would see what toxic is when Alex Iwobi's getting it when you're fucking 1 foot away from him at Everton at Goodison Park, mate, because he can't fucking take his man on. Yeah. That's what you'll see toxic, mate. Don't worry about that. Yeah.
No, yeah.
Then you've got like us.
The fans not in at the moment.
Oh, bro, he would have been sacked if there was fans at the ground. Then you've got fans like us, yeah, that don't give two fucks whether the Arsenal family like me or like us or not. We're just going to say what we believe in, yeah? And 9 times out of 10 we get proven right, but no fucker comes and apologizes. Oh, I want their fucking pathetic apologies. Just stop chatting shit to me next time I say something, yeah. And then you've got the ones that are not really fans. They don't really watch the games. But they just want to come on and go, oh, you're the reason the fan base is divided. Yeah, did you watch the game? No. So what? So because I'm criticizing Bellerin in a 1-0 loss, what? Because it was 1-0, what? You think that's a good result? Did you watch the game? No. We'll stop chatting shit then. And this is the thing. It goes round and round and round. Unai Emery, yeah, and this is where people are hypocrites with it, because Unai Emery was outed out of this football club with a better record than this guy's got. But he's won 2 trophies. He's won 2. Fuck off. He's yours gold. He's yours gold. That's all you get out of this pathetic clown base. Yeah, I am sick to death of hearing, oh, but Liverpool, not quite easy to be invincibles, is it? You absolute wasters. That's why this club will continue to have your pants down. Because that was 17 years ago. 17 years later, we haven't won one. Do you know what I'm saying? When you've got Arsene Wenger coming out saying 4th is a trophy, totally knocked the standards down to the floor. Yeah? And since then, how many of these people that have grown up in the Arsene Wenger era, how many of them have actually seen us win a trophy? Like a title? Forget the FA Cups. How many have actually seen, how many have actually seen us win a league title? Because that was 17 years ago. So unless you were in your mid to late 20s, you ain't seen us win a title. So don't chat shit to me. Yeah? about standards and fucking it takes time. Is anyone comparing us to Klopp at the minute, by the way? Is anyone comparing the process to the 4-year process at Klopp? Yeah. Is anyone still? Oh, but look at Liverpool. Oh, look at what Jurgen Klopp did. Is anyone doing that at the minute? Is anyone doing that? No.
No.
Okay, cool. Why don't we compare it to fucking Antonio Conte in Milan or when he was at Chelsea? Why don't we compare it to Ranieri when he took them from relegation fodder to title winners? Oh, but that was a one-off. Really? How comes they're still above us then?
Yeah, exactly. And they're still going.
How comes Aston Villa nearly got relegated last season and sit 4th? How comes Aston Villa got nearly relegated last season and sit above us? Yeah,
well, there you go.
It's pathetic. Our fans are. It's a clown base. It's a clown base. Clown base. It's a clown base.
Yeah, and it's just that I would have loved to see, like yesterday, right? He's bringing all the. I would have loved to see Martinelli come in yesterday. I mean, it didn't even come off the bench, did he?
No.
And you know, and I'm seeing it. For what aubameyang done yesterday, he might as well have stayed home. You know what I'm saying?
Well, you know his time's up when he's getting outpaced by John Stones and getting barged and sliding down the back of the pitch and just sitting there looking and laughing. At the end of the game, David Luiz was laughing with Laporte or fucking.
Maybe that also proved a bit of Kenny's point about playing down the middle, because he wasn't able to play against those two centre halves yesterday, was he?
No, but to be fair, Claude, right? I don't think he's a left winger, but we don't play to his strengths anyway. We don't play to his strengths. Yeah, we don't. Jamie Vardy's got more about him, but Jamie Vardy barely plays with his back to goal, trying to hold the ball up and spinning in. They get him in over the top or through the lines.
Yeah.
We don't play like that because this manager's a clown. There's a guy in your chat. I just want to read his comment out. Yeah. He says,
"Where is it?
Where is it? I can't find it. Hang on. No, hang on. You're just screaming, but no substance. Say something useful. Momin Siddiqui, if you actually open these, mate, they're called ears. Yeah, you got 2 of them, or most people have. If you open them, mate, you might actually educate yourself on this football club. Yeah, and the shortcomings. But thanks for your comments, mate. Appreciate you watching. Slap a like on the video, darling. Mwah.
Yeah,
appreciate that.
Yeah. Yeah, I've just got it here. Yeah.
Open these, mate. You might actually educate yourself on this football club, mate. Yeah. Instead of sitting there pretending you're a super fan about say something useful, yeah.
Whether it don't matter how we say it out. We could do it in a soft voice if you want. But
yes, would you like me to say this Arteta is a cunt softly, or would you like me to fucking say it loud?
You know what I mean, it doesn't matter how you say it, mate. It's if you want facts here, you're going to get facts, and
don't care about Momin's feelings.
I've got another one here. 1 minute. It's a super chat from Francis. What annoys me is Oba and Co. fronts the camera when we win. This is a good point.
Yeah.
And only Louise and Tierney even ever come up on camera when we lose. Who is the real leaders here? And you know what? That is a fact. Because I heard that said last night, actually. They're always... it's always... Aubameyang only comes on when he's winning.
Yeah.
So that's the mentality of this football club at the moment. We've got too many players that are when everything is going right. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Granit Xhaka's another one. He does his talking on the pitch apparently. Well, what was he doing yesterday then? Did he have a zip over his mouth?
Yeah. And also when we need to be digging, these players are not here. Then when their things are going right, they're not prepared to work hard to get out of that shit. But when everything is going all right, it's all right. You've got to be prepared for both angles. You've got to be prepared when things are not going right as well to dig in. And he wasn't digging in yesterday, was he? So yeah, you're right. And he's not come out on camera. And I don't know why he hasn't come out. I thought the other night. I know he got a lot of criticism the other night, but at least he worked hard, and that's why I didn't mark him down like everyone else. But yesterday it was shocking. He wasn't even working. It was like, can I really be bothered? Oh, well, we ain't got no chance.
They couldn't care less.
We're not got no much chance in the league, and it is Man City. What can we do? And it was just if you watched in that first half, right? there was no pressing, was there, Lee? They
No.
were all walking about, and I was watching. I was saying, they're all walking about. Where's the why Man City just allowing Man City to do? They're not, and Man City were just pushing the ball around. It would comfort, not really going mad, not really stepping up, tapping it about. And there's walking. Some of them not even bothering to look. This bloke says about Hector. How is Hector Bellerin, the next captain down? Is fucking beyond me as well.
It's because he's the adopted son of the manager, mate. And listen, any Sunday league team, Claude, normally has the manager's son in the team because he's the manager's son. And 9 times out of 10, he makes him captain. It's no different at this club. We're a Sunday league team under this manager, and he's got his son as captain. Yeah,
not only that, Lee. How can you be how can you have captain credentials when you don't think winning is important? I mean, no, this is what I'm saying, and this is where the whole mess of this club is. Who put him there as another? And that's another thing. That's because the reason he is probably vice captain because he used to have digs with Arteta. Maybe I don't know.
Yeah, exactly. But they put him up. They put him up in their house. For anyone who don't know, when Bellerin came to Arsenal, Arteta was captain of the club, and Arteta and his wife gave him a room at their house. Young Spanish lad, new country. They took him in under their wing. Yeah. Why do you think the geezer plays every week? It's pathetic. Sanchez wants to win too much. Exactly. He wants to win too much. It's normal to lose at Anfield. Exactly. Pathetic. Yeah. The geezer is the worst right back I've seen in nearly 40 years supporting this football club. Lichtstein is better than him.
It's like the father, right? This reminds me of the father, and it happened a lot. When you go on Sunday league football, where they're not professional. Sunday league football. When the bloke manager, the father manages the team, and even though his son is shit, he'll pick him.
Yeah, he'll pick him. That's what this is. We're a Sunday league.
That reminds me of that, and it's exactly the same. And this is a professional level. And even yesterday, why not play? Okay, Tierney's back. So why not give Suarez his best position back?
Yep.
And leave Bellerin out for this game. See if he can.
The mentality of this football club. I'll give you another couple of examples here. So yesterday, David Luiz was laughing and joking with one of their players. I think it was Rodri after the game. They're laughing and joking. I'm like, what are you fucking laughing at, mate? Yeah. Real talk. You've been one of the most spineless performances I've seen from Arsenal Football Club in my lifetime. And you're standing laughing and joking, yeah? Then you go back to Leeds United away. Pepe got sent off. Tierney wanted to go and smash Alioski's face in. And Granit Xhaka standing there laughing and cuddling with him.
Yeah. Well,
what's that all about? That's the mentality we're dealing with. And guess what? Yeah? None of them players I've just mentioned are good enough for this football club. But this manager seems to think they are. If Ancelotti was in charge of this club or Conte, these players wouldn't be here. Wouldn't be here. Yeah, but this is the problem. We have now stuck with this manager for 15 months or whatever it is, 3 transfer windows. He's completely fucking sold or killed off our best players. Yeah. Like bombed out Guendouzi and Torreira, bombed out Martinez, bombed out Maitland-Niles, totally ruined fucking Joe Willock, who actually did all right under Unai Emery. Fucking Martinelli, where are you? Eddie Nketiah, we've rejected 20 million and can't get a game ever since. And he's down to the last year of his contract this summer, by the way. Balogun can't even get into the fucking first team training. He's now back training with the under 23s. He's out of contract in this summer. The absolute shortcomings of this manager are a disgrace. And the problem is, if we go and get another manager now, it's now going to take another 2 or 3 transfer windows because we need to get rid of the shit that he should have got rid of in the first 3. It's a fucking joke. And do you know what? Like I said, anyone who's been blindly backing this and telling everyone who don't that they're a fucking Spurs fan, toxic, yeah, every single one of you can go fuck yourselves. Yeah, every single one of you, because you are the reason this football club is a failure because you've accepted it. Yeah, we ain't. I ain't having it. I don't care if people don't like what I say. I couldn't care less. Yeah, I hold this club standards up here. I ain't dropping my standards because yours are in the gutter. Yeah, and if you don't like the way I go about it, tough, because he is getting sacked at some point. It's just a waiting game now. I've put in the fucking their fucking time to educate some of you people on the shortcomings of this fucking club and this manager. Yeah, and I've put in the fucking time and the and the videos and the tweets to continually have my voice heard. Yeah. And more and more people are starting to wake up to it. The club will sack him at some point. If he goes out on Thursday, I expect him sacked by Friday morning. Yeah. And if he ain't, then fucking Edu and Vinay can fucking get their P45 and fuck off with him.
Yeah. I do believe we'll get through this next round, but I think it's what's ahead. Because I do still think we'll get through this round, but I don't know whether we'll get through the other game in Europe. I don't know. Sovereign says Arteta's broken records, worsened our style, play drained confidence of key players, decreased standards, promoted culture of indiscipline and mediocrity.
Yep.
Yeah,
spot on. Well said, mate.
Couldn't argue with that. So
well said.
Super chat. That's a good super chat, mate. Thank you very much.
This one's a good comment as well.
What's this one? This one from Jake?
Yeah.
Leno, AMN, Saliba, Gabriel, Tierney, Partey, Guendouzi, yeah, Pepe, Saka, Aubameyang, Martinelli. That could have been our lineup this season. Guarantee it would do better. You've been saying that, haven't you? You've actually said that, haven't you?
Yeah.
To be honest with you. And
if you put that starting 11 out with any half-decent manager, we'd be playing free-flowing fantasy football, mate. Yeah, we might not win anything, but we'd be a lot fucking higher up the table and we'd be in a top 4 race with that. Yeah? Then next season you add a few more pieces to the puzzle and then you go for it. Yeah? That team there, I said at the start of the season, that would have been my back 4. And everyone laughed at me and said, oh, but they're only 20 years old. They're all 20 years old. They're all kids. What, do you want to see fucking Bob Balding fucking bouncing around fucking letting Sterling score headers? Yeah? Rob Holding's forehead's bigger than mine and it's bigger than our future. Fucking hell, seriously. Embarrassing. Embarrassing.
I'd go as far as I wouldn't mind playing. Yeah, the only thing I don't see Smith Rowe in there, but maybe you could fit. No, you can't. But as well, but he could certainly. Yeah, but he could certainly be in there somehow. But no, that's a good line.
You could put Saka at number 10, couldn't you? And then you could play Pepe, Martinelli, and Aubameyang as a free. But then you could switch it if you wanted to drop one of them free. Yeah, you put Saka out there and bring Smith Rowe in. Yeah, I said this at the very start of the season.
You've heard for Balogun.
Yeah, I've said this all season. That was my back 4. I'll find the fucking clip myself. Yeah, that was my back 4 this season. And everyone said, no, that's a disgrace. Oh, you can't put 4 rookies, yeah, in the league all together like that. Blah, 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 blah. Well, do you want to see Bellerin stinking it out every week then, yeah? Or David Luiz. Clown defending every week. Yeah. And the fact is, people want to sit there and give it about Guendouzi. Oh, but he's got an attitude problem. I'll tell you who has got an attitude problem. Mikel Arteta. Yeah, he's got the biggest attitude problem on the planet because he thinks his shit don't stink. Yeah, whilst taking the standards of this football club lower and lower and lower. It's a disgrace. Absolute disgrace. What has Martinelli got to do to get football matches? I'll tell you what he's got to do. He's got to leave. Yeah, if this manager stays, leave. Yeah, just leave. Go and fulfill your career somewhere else, mate, because you are an absolute baller. It's a fuckery, mate. How can't he get games, but Eddie Nketiah could? How can man run the whole length of the pitch at Stamford Bridge, get player of the month that month, and never be seen again? It's a fucking disgrace. Oh, but he was injured. No, he weren't. He wasn't injured from January to fucking March. Yeah?
Yeah, there's something Arteta sees that I don't know what it is, but he doesn't rate him, and I don't know what's going on now. I don't understand it. Understand it. And let's see if there's more any more questions there. If Ancelotti had the same record as Arteta does now, would you want him out? Because
if my mum had Will, she'd be a fucking bike. What's your point? Like, real talk. Ancelotti's got a better record with Everton, mate. Would you rather Saka or Iwobi in your team, you absolute wrong'un? Seriously, what is the matter with these people? If my mum had balls, she'd be me dad. Seriously, mate. These people, bro. Do you know what? There's fucking hundreds of thousands of people like this guy, by the way. Which is why the standards are so low.
It's like when we opened the program yesterday. Terry, all he was going on about, it's about Arsenal Man City. He's coming out with, Well, let's start with the great man, Mourinho. And then I'm thinking to myself, well, hold on, yeah, he's still 2 points in front.
I'm sorry to cut you off. There's a geezer in your chat. Somebody block him before I do. Stop copying DT's line. Bruv, it's not DT's line. It's a famous chef's line, you fucking dick. These people are on it today. Who's the Italian fucking chef? What's his name? The funny geezer who done the fucking show with Gordon Ramsay and Fred. What's the guy's name?
Yeah, I know
Gino De Campo. That's it. It was his line, you wrong.
Gino De Campo.
Yeah, Gino De Campo. He said it on TV on this morning.
What was that line? What was the line? What is the line, Lee?
If my nan had will, she'd be a bike. Cheers.
Yeah, oh, yeah. That's not this line. Well,
exactly. This is the thing. Yeah, this is the thing, Claude, right? There's hundreds of thousands of people like this guy that's put this comment in about Ancelotti. Let me just do something real quick, yeah? Would you rather Alex Iwobi or Saka? Well, we'd take Saka, wouldn't we? Would you rather Gabriel and Marie or Mustafi and Koscielny? Well, we're taking Gabriel and Marie, aren't we? Would you rather Kieran Tierney or Nacho Monreal? We're taking Tierney, aren't we? Yeah? This is just Emery's team compared to the team now, by the way. I could then do that with Everton's team, and we'd take most of what we've got now over Everton's team, yeah? And look at the result we're getting at Everton, who spent, by the way, less money than us since Ancelotti's been there. Yeah, less money than us since Ancelotti's been there, and he's got us further up the table. He's got Everton further up the table and getting a tune out of Alex Iwobi on the right wing, not the left, on the right wing most weeks. Yeah. This narrative that Arteta's somehow a great fucking manager has come from hipsters, yeah? The Arsenal family that is just the biggest load of bollocks I've ever heard, journalists that want to keep their perks with the football club, ex-footballers that have played for the club that want to keep their perks and get their free pre-season tour, Robert Pires, Ian Wright, sorry, Martin Ray Parler, sorry, Alex Scott, sorry, I could carry on because there's a fucking whole fucking line of them queuing up for the train, mate. Yeah, seriously, it's a fucking disgrace, absolute disgrace. They want to jump on that money train, yeah, and get their fucking perks. Then you've got ex-players that have played with this guy, like Tim fucking Cahill. I'm sorry, mate, Tim Cahill. Who even are you, mate? Yeah, who even are you? Real talk. And you want to sit there and go to Roy Keane. Oh, he's a great manager. No, Roy Keane knows what greatness is, mate. Sit back down, you fucking knob. Yeah, seriously, bruv. What is the matter with these people? But then when you come out and say it, you're negative and toxic. Yeah? My football club's negative and toxic. Fucking disgrace. Have some standards, you wrong'uns. Pathetic.
Yeah, it was just this guy's going, Claude, I love you. He said, I'm a United fan. I was wondering what you thought of the City game yesterday. Wanted you lot to win both. Both got great personalities. Thank you very much, mate.
Big up, mate. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you for that. What else is there? What else is there? If there was one manager, boys, from the past who you would love to have been Arsenal manager, who would it have been?
Fergie.
Well,
Fergie, all day long.
Me, I'd even say Brian Clough if I'm going further back than you. I think he was a genius, Cloughie. When you think about all this process, then this turns this process into nonsense. He came up from the second division, right? Promoted to the first division at the time, won that, and then went on to win the European Cup 2 years running. And to me, that's what I call a fucking procent. Not what
didn't he then leave Nottingham Forest and get Derby to a European Cup final as well?
No, or was that Derby was a Derby before, but it was a clash of personalities in the boardroom. He was a Derby before. He's a bit like the old day Mourinho, really, because he was really upfront, but he had a bit more. He was more lovable than Mourinho. He was at Derby, won the league. Then he clashed with the chairman, and then he took over from Revie at Leeds,
and lasted about 40 days. Didn't he?
But you've got to remember, he was more of a. he was a different philosophy from what Don Revie is, and those boys were so ingrained into Don Revie they just couldn't take into him, and he didn't last too long. But then he had jobs that. The strange thing is, and this is where I have to say, you have to have a good number 2 with you, because every time he didn't have Peter Taylor with him, he struggled at clubs.
Yeah,
Peter Taylor was a good number 2 for him, and Peter Taylor never made it as a manager without him being anywhere near him. So they both bounced off each other. Yeah, and yeah, he went to he had spells at Brighton. I can't remember the other clubs he had, and then he took over Nottingham Forest, and then completely changed he made Kenny Burns a failed centre half. Was it a failed striker into a centre half? And then he turned Larry Lloyd, who was on his way out as well. He brought a lot of players that were going nowhere, like McGovern, and he made them into a title-winning team. And he's incredible manager, absolutely incredible.
So
you could say,
to cut you up here. Look at John Stones here, right? We all turned our nose up at John Stones in the summer when we were linked to him. Would we take John Stones now? You're just saying about making players better and stuff like that. John Stones is a Rolls Royce of a defender this season.
I was watching Stones when he just joined from Barnsley, innit? Because he started at Barnsley, didn't he? And I watched him. I've always been a big fan of him, but he went just a little bit off the rails, didn't he? And now he's showing what a great defender he is. Of course, I'd take John Stones tomorrow, mate. I'll tell you another one who's turning out to be is Diaz. Is it Diaz?
Oh, he's been quality, isn't he?
Oh my God, what a player he is. And people are now starting to say he's probably up there with Van Dijk. But I think he's really City's defence are really they could have had their slippers on yesterday and had a cigar, their defenders yesterday, mate. But no, I don't know. I just feel John Stones would definitely walk into our team, mate. John Stones. I like John Stones.
Walks in at this point, Claude. Let's be real. Right? Carnosaurus walks in at this point.
Yeah, I think we could have got John Stones as well. I think a few years back, but that's what I remember. That's it. I remember a few years back, and Robbie laughed. I think he was at Everton at the time, and just he's very young at Everton. I said, why don't we go for John Stones in the summer? And I was one of these things I was doing with Robbie, and he laughed in my face. He laughed at me. Well, who's laughing now, mate? Who is laughing? Exactly. Who is laughing now? Because it's Claude that they think they don't know fuck all about football, yeah. Yeah. And he thinks he's only ranting and knows nothing else. They laughed at me, and then no, who's laughing now? You know what I'm saying? Anyway, that's life, mate. What can you do? You can't convince people. They think I've got no knowledge. People think I've got no knowledge at all. People just think I just rant and I've got no knowledge, but I probably got more.
We've got more footballing knowledge than most of this fan base combined, mate. And half of them don't even know who fucking half the players are that have played for us in the past, mate. Yeah, pathetic. And then they want to tell us to fuck off down the lane because we want a manager out. How about you fuck off down to Barnsley? Yeah,
exactly. We can all do this read off scripts and everything like that and get on with it, but it's what you come out with. It's pure for me. It's just pure. So
exactly.
Whether you like it in a certain way or whether you like, if you want to read off a piece of paper what some other journalist has said, and then make it out as your own work, then that's up to you, mate. But I won't be doing that. What you get from me is complete honesty and
I wanted to say thanks as well for doing the fan cam yesterday.
No, that's right, and I hope that goes.
A great response back on that, by the way. That's nearly on 20k views. Thank you.
Good idea. It's a great idea, and yeah, it's good, and yeah, I think just get a few more people involved. It's really good.
Yeah, man.
I mean, there's a lot of voices. Lee, there's a lot of voices out there that are not heard.
Yeah, exactly, and that's why I'm going to try and get as many as we can out there, mate.
We've got, and the problem with a lot of fan camp, they've gone for personalities rather than listening to a more range of fans. It's too many personalities have taken over this sort of thing now. So I think you should hear everyone. I'm for a lot of fans, because we're all the same. We're all fans. None of us are any different from anyone else. We are all football fans at the end of the day. None of us are celebrities or anything like that. We are football fans, deep sitting down that enjoy talking about football. You know what I'm saying? That will go in the pub. We were 25 years before social media was. We was all in the pub having a laugh, talking about the game. It's the same thing. It's no different. But now it's been exposed even more. You know what I'm saying? And good luck. Exactly. And good luck to you, Lee, because you're doing really well. And I'm really, I think you've done really well with your channel. And you say it as it is, and that's what people want to hear. They don't want to hear fakes. People want to hear what you feel. And you say, is it when Arsenal play well? You say, I've seen you praise Arteta when it needs play. I think you gave him a high mark a few weeks ago. I'm sure I saw it.
Yeah,
you praised him, and you say it as it is. You're critical when it needs to be critical. So that's what we are, and that's what it's supposed to be. And I the other night, I was one of the few that actually thought the performance wasn't that bad, because 1-1 draw away in Europe. Yeah, a few years ago would be considered a good result, but
same. I thought it was half decent.
Entitled to win away from Europe. If you don't win away from Europe and only get a draw, it's not a good result. But I don't see that. It's not easy. You think you can just go to Europe and just wall up these teams? All right, Spurs had an easy game. Yeah, don't get me wrong, but they're not all going to be like that. They're not all going to be like that. So, but I do still feel I'm still confident we'll get through. But then that's when it all hits home the next round. I think that's where it hits home, where more tougher teams come up. Anyway, Leaf, I have no more questions here. If there is any, let's have a look. Sorry, I think that's our Helen. Is that our Helen? That's Helen.
Good afternoon.
Is that a fake account or is that you, Helen? I don't know.
No, it's probably real Helen.
Oh, probably. you're now, since you've been on AFTV, you've got a big fan base now, and soon you'll be able to do your own channel, Helen. So I think you should actually. You should do something like that. Mind you, watching you and the girls yesterday, it was like a bit like what you call it? What's that lunchtime program they call Loose Women? It was like Loose Women. Loose Women. And by the way, Helen, tell them to put your name in the title, because you're part of it now. You've been there 3 weeks, and they should put your name in the title as well. You know what I'm saying? They should recognise you a bit more, because I think you've been really good. I think you've added to it more. You know what I'm saying? So why they don't put your name in the title is beyond me, but that's down to the people there at AFTV. Who am I to tell them how to do their work? So yeah, that is Helen. I think that is Helen, because I don't think.
If you were Arteta, what would you do? Resign. Resign.
He won't.
No, he won't, because he's waiting to get the payoff, mate.
Do you know what? Before we go, Lee, and I've got to say this, right? You think we're gonna? I'm telling you now, even if we finish 11th and we go out on Thursday and we finish the season 11th, he will be still here next season.
Yeah, they ain't going to sack him because they're spineless. They're spineless, and they know, Claude, that a few people like me and you screaming and shouting on a YouTube video is the minority. The majority is still backing him. Yeah, the majority is still trusting the process. It's mad. Like I said, when you've got somebody like Antonio Conte who can finished 1 point off a title last season, when he inherited a squad that finished 21 points off the title the season before, and now he's 4 points clear in the title race. That's a process. He did the same at Juve all them years ago. He done the same at Chelsea, won them and took them from 10th to 1st in the first season, and he's doing it again with this lot. Yeah, and this is what makes me laugh. There's so many managers out there that could do better than Mikel Arteta. David Moyes is one of them. Dean Smith is another one. But they don't look pretty, do they? They don't wear Prada and Gucci. They don't strut up and down the touchline stroking their stubble. Yeah. They don't stand there with perfect hair. They don't have a banner up at the Emirates. He's the best looking Spaniard I know. That needs ripping down immediately, by the way. That isn't. In fact, you know what? That there, add in the fact that Thomas Partey tune, yeah, that Thomas Partey walked out to at the Emirates, by the way, when we played Leicester and then lost. Yeah. That says all you need to know about this football club. Cringe. Cringe.
Yeah.
Cringe fan base, cringe football club. The football club is a reflection of the fan base, by the way, and vice versa. Yeah, and there's no coincidence. It's both a shambles.
Yeah, we'll finish here. Lee, tell us what's coming up on the chat on your channel during the week, mate. What's coming up and what is because I'm sure everyone would like to know.
4 o'clock today. Rance is back again. His team won. His team are flying high. His team have got 1 foot in the Europa League next round. 4-0 from the other day. They won yesterday 3-1. And then at 8 o'clock, Turkish will be back. And yeah, man, I'm going to go and get a little siesta. I'm absolutely knackered.
You say that they weren't comfortable though. I was watching that bits and pieces of that, and they weren't really comfortable. Newcastle I didn't think Newcastle played that badly yesterday. I thought they were in the game until that the 2nd goal. I thought for 60 minutes, I thought Newcastle didn't look too bad. I thought United weren't at their best yesterday, but Newcastle played quite well. And you know what? I know they're only 3 points off the drops. I just think they got too much to go down. Newcastle. I know they're not too much, not enough to get out really in the top half, but they've got too much to be relegated for me. I don't think they will get relegated. I think I know our friend Kendall thinks they're already down.
It's possible though. Listen, Fulham are playing all right at the moment and getting results, so it's possible, isn't it?
Kendall. I watched her. She is very good, though. I mean, she's so passionate about her football club. One of the most passionate fans on YouTube. You got to watch her on Football Terrace. I think she's got her own show on Football Terrace as well. So take a good look at that. She's very passionate about the game, and she's feeling it at the moment with Newcastle. That's for sure. Lee, thank you so much for coming on. Thank you, everyone in the chat as well. As I say, it's your Lee Gunner on Twitter, is it? Lee Gunner on Twitter.
Lee Gunner 82.
Lee Gunner 82. You're on Facebook, TikTok.
Well, I'm not on TikTok. None of that. None of that. None of that.
What's the other one?
Insta.
No, there's another one. Twitch. That's it. Twitch.
Yeah, we're on Twitch as well. League Gunner 82 on Twitch as
well. And you also got Discord as well, haven't you? You do the
yeah. Got Discord. The links are in the description of my videos for that.
And there are plenty of things coming up on your channel as well, isn't there? Soon.
I've got loads of stuff coming up. I can't say too much at the minute. My lips are sealed, but yeah, loads and loads of stuff coming up. So
follow Lee Gunner, one of the top channels on YouTube at the moment. Says it as it is, and that's what we want to hear. We don't want to hear bullshit. We want to hear as it is. So take care, everyone. Speak to you all soon. Love you all. 1 minute. One minute. I haven't finished yet, Matt, because I've got to get it. Cat, what was that? See you later.
I'll take her out.